know if I'm the only one who feel like this, but I feel like rap is turning into like a bad karaoke night. Like, you know how everybody's just having fun singing karaoke, and then like the one person comes in that really knows how to sing, and it's like everybody's like irritated because it's like, oh, this is supposed to be fun. This is just supposed to be for the people who can't sing, and then the singer comes and everybody's like, this guy. You know, I feel like that's what's going on with rap. It's like everybody's talking about just crazy, retarded, stupid shit. And then as soon as a lyricist comes into the room and you start talking about some real shit, everybody's like, why are you talking about this? This is boring. Boo, tomatoes, tomatoes.
Hip-hop just got erased by the Billboard Hot 100. No matter what everybody's saying, it's actually not hip-hop's fault. Because for the first time in nearly 36 years, there is not one hip-hop song in the top 40. Some are blaming the hip-hop community itself for going after the genre's biggest hitmaker. But it's not Kendrick's fault or Metro's fault or anybody that went at Drake's fault. Streaming didn't F the game up. Don't blame mumble rap. It's not lean. It actually has nothing to do with hip-hop. What if I were to tell you that the answer was as simple as what Lion King was trying to teach us 30 years ago? To explain this, let's look at rock and how it compares to hip-hop. As far back as the late 1940s, there's early signs of rock music thanks to artists like Roy Brown and their song Let's Get Rockin' Tonight. That's the equivalent of these early 70s Bronx parties that DJ Kool Herc used to throw that birthed what would become hip-hop. Both artists experimented with a new sonic concept. In the 50s, rock scores its first hits. You get Bill Haley and the Comets rock around the clock. Just as how in the late 70s, we get hip-hop's first hit, the Sugar Hill Gang with Rapper's Delight. A couple years after Bill Haley, we get rock's first superstar, Elvis Presley. A couple years after the Sugar Hill Gang, we get rap's first superstars, Run DMC. These superstars are even more important because in each example, this is where the genre of music starts to influence lifestyle and fashion. But what follows this moment in both cases? Rebellion and controversy. For rock, it's bands talking about grass and the devil. For hip-hop, it's NWA and gangster rap. What follows that? In both cases, the genre's biggest commercial success to date. The 70s saw rock reach stadiums with Led Zeppelin and Queen. The 90s gave us rap's first radio stars in Tupac and Biggie. Now we're at the point where both genres have arrived and the rich become the spoiled. What follows stadium rock in the 70s is 80s excess glam metal, while the 2000s are defined by the bling era of hip-hop. After that, both genres become vulnerable. Think the depressed sound and look of grunge after hair metal in the early 90s. The lonesomeness of early Drake. After this, both genres begin flirting with one another. Grunge leads to rap metal, and Drake leads to Post Malone, who literally scores the #1 hit with a rap song called Rockstar. So what's the final frontier for both? Emo. Rock in the mid-2000s with bands like Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, or Blink-182 self-titled. Or rap in the late 2010s, early 2020s with Juice WRLD, XXX, and Peep. But after emo, rock falls back and is no longer the cultural driver it once was. Just as what hip-hop is currently going through this week. Because at a certain point, you're out of ideas. With any genre of music. Think of it like physical land. There is simply nowhere else to explore. And so the sound grows stale. The topics explored become redundant. And audiences lose interest. That's why anytime rock has a moment now, it's a revival, like with pop punk. Or classic rock. So there you have it. Two genres born 20 years apart following the exact same timeline. So it's not hip-hop's fault. It's just the circle of life. You thought I was going to forget about Lion King.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and there's a couple things wrong with what he said. I think those are variations or variable components that play a part in hip-hop's demise, but I don't think that's the problem, right? Not only that, he neglected to mention that the reason that rock took a back seat was because a new genre like hip-hop was emerging in the late 80s, early 90s. What fucking genre is emerging right now? There isn't one. Music shit. Not only that, he goes on to say later on in the video that there's only so much you can rap about, and there's only so many things you can make music about as it pertains to any one genre. That's not true. They don't have a DMX of their era. And the shit that DMX was rapping about, dudes ain't necessarily rapping about, right? While DMX and other hardcore rappers did rap about like gunplay, it was contextual, right? In the commencement of robbery, poverty, the crack cocaine epidemic. Like, there's so many ways that you can repackage and like rework certain topics, right? It's sort of like Superman. That ain't nothing but the retelling of what Moses, right? Baby goes down the river in a basket because somebody's looking to kill him. baby comes through in a capsule through Earth because the planet basically is self-destructing. It's taken on by a new parent, blend in with society. That's Moses. You could say the same thing with Jesus. So many reworkings, retellings of that story, starting from the 48 laws of Mayat to the Greek Septuagint, the Sumerian tablets, several other deities that bear the same resemblance as Jesus Christ. So it's like there is a reworking of the same topics, right? Hell, look at Batman, and it made all these motherfucking iterations of Batman since 1988. What the fuck are we talking about? The reason that music isn't selling, namely hip-hop, well, music in general isn't really selling, right? There's like, people are praising and sucking Drake's dick with his new album, right? It made 140 million streams. Yeah, it's gonna net to like what, a cool $20,000. If Michael Jackson streamed 140 million times and only got $30,000, he would have jumped out of a fucking building, right? The mathematics on streaming just ain't shit. I don't care what nobody says. The only people that's believing that hype is uninformed, unintelligent, dumb motherfuckers that just follow big, large numbers. They saying it's 140 million streams. That don't mean shit. Pharrell had a billion streams for the song Happy. They only paid the nigga $16,000. Snoop Dogg, same shit. This nigga had 40 million or 80 million streams. They only gave his black ass $45,000. We can get up off this bullshit like streaming matters, right? People don't like the music. It's easy accessible. If a product is shit and it's easy to get, why the fuck would I buy it? Right? Streaming don't count. I don't give a fuck. That just means somebody listened to shit on Spotify 140 million fucking times via subscription, and Spotify ain't breaking him off legit. So we can stop pretending like he got all these damn streams and he got broke off. Same thing with NBA YoungBoy. Same thing with Chris Brown. Same thing with, and I'm not a hater, but these niggas aren't making money from music unless they go on the road. We could stop with the shenanigans. This is the bullshit I'm talking about. Motherfuckers think their favorite entertainer is making money off this. No, they're making money off endorsement deals. They're making money off of sponsorships. They're making money off of modeling. They're making money everywhere but the fucking music. The music is literally a backdrop to them doing business ventures with other companies, corporate entities, and blah, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, these people that think that this shit means anything, this shit don't mean shit. These niggas ain't making no peas, as my UK people like to say. I like to slip that shit in there every once in a while. Shit sound kind of dope. Yeah, that's not why the music is not selling, because like it's easy accessible and it's shitty. You know what I'm saying? I bet you if Tupac was still alive and he was releasing music, it'd be selling, not just streams, physical copies. You know what I'm saying? Because people actually like his music. It's music of substance. They ain't rapping about shit, including Drake. What is Drake firing back at Kendrick Lamar, 2 years later after he called that nigga a pedophile at one of the biggest events, the halftime show? This nigga's trying to like take jabs at him, talking about you rap about consciousness, and dude, shut the fuck up, bro. Yeah, he rap about consciousness, and he's probably doing more for the people of Compton, California than your bitch ass is doing for Canada. So yeah, not even to mention, like, I can name off a plethora of people. PB Longway just got indicted. They auctioning off all his shit. Young Thug is on probation. He can't really talk about shit he want to talk about. Young Dirk is in the box. Who else is locked the fuck up? 6ix9ine is a fucking rat. 21 Savage is an alleged rat, and he's not really good at rapping. King Yella don't really rap. FBG Duck got smoked. Nipsey got smoked. Who else got killed? JD Youngin got smoked. Kodak Black in jail. Who the fuck else? Trippie Redd, nobody gives a fuck about his shit. I ain't never heard that on the radio. Lil Uzi Vert has been incognito. I could just keep going on. There's a bunch of rappers. None of these niggas look like retarded Batman villains. They can't rap. They don't have substance. They don't have lyrical complexity. There's no mainstream appeal. They don't actually draw from older music to get inspiration to make good classics. Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, well, we know they ain't got WAP because they getting cheated on left and right. So not only do these motherfuckers not make good music, but they ain't living up to authenticity, or at the very least, the authenticity is very thinly veiled. Nobody believes that shit. That has a big thing. That has a big factor into playing into if people buy into your persona. If you aren't authentic and you not even like remotely close to what you rap about, nobody's gonna buy that shit. I can say from the 90s, at least rappers were good at selling the image of who they pretended or even like tried to be. Look at Rick Ross. Nigga hijacked a nigga's whole moniker and went platinum, 5 times platinum, made more money than God, right? He at least lived up to the shit. Either that or social media hadn't figured his stupid ass out yet. But these motherfuckers ain't even really living up to that shit. They're literally polar opposites as what they portray. So authenticity isn't there, lyrical complexity, substance, and like this music overall is just shit. So it's not selling. Has nothing to do with what the fuck this guy talking about, the circle of life. Yeah, that sounds grandiose. So I'm gonna keep it 100. The reason that rap isn't selling, aside from this, all the factors that I mentioned, because now it's become more global, and a lot of y'all buy the music, and unfortunately, y'all buy shitty music. The record labels, all these Jewish motherfuckers at the record labels are propagating and propping up all these bullshit artists. I can honestly say Lear Cohen and Andre Harrell and Steve Stout and Russell Simmons and several other executives up to the labels, at least they went with talent first, right? They led with talent, then they led with exploitation. These new money hungry motherfuckers is just putting out trash shit, thinking that it's gonna sell. It's just like, no, whack shit is whack shit. That's universal. And you trying to make a fast buck off a whack ass rapper, with the exception of Drake, but even that's fucking debatable, because like I haven't really liked Drake in the last 11 years. Niggas washed, and I don't mean like he's not like washed as he's not good no more. He's crossed over and he makes bullshit pop music. Just that's not hip hop. So people saying that music is falling off because of this and that, look, check for somebody in the culture. My pulse is on the fucking streets. I hear things. I know people don't like this shit, black and white. Niggas is at the record labels keep fucking investing in bullshit rappers, and like I said, when shit is whack and it's cheap, nobody gonna buy that shit. Come with it. You know what I'm saying? Start looking for the next best things. Start looking for MCs with talent. Motherfuckers talking about, oh, nobody wants to listen to rap music where they anomaly or zomedy about. They kind of do. That's the problem. Even South niggas. Okay, party time is the fuck up. How many songs you gonna give us where we gotta shake, twerk, smoke, get high, like dope head music? You know what I'm saying? The dope heads is even getting clean. They don't want to hear that shit. I need music that resonates with me as a being, not just shit that tells me to get high, get money, fuck hoes, and eat ass. In any event, if y'all like this episode, I think I mentioned, this bullshit baller alert put this up a few weeks ago. It said, the numbers don't lie. Women are running rap in 2026. They got Sexy Red, Doechii, Glorilla, and Lotto. Out of all 4 of those motherfuckers, the only person that's actually moving units and actually like doing numbers is Glorilla. Sexy Red had to cancel a tour. Doechii, she sold peanut shells, and I don't even know about Lotto. I can't tell you one time a nigga said, yo, put that Lotto in. I've never heard a chick say play that Lotto. Like, ever since she did that one song, Take Me Out the Plastic, like, what was that, 3 years ago? Bitch ain't came with a hit. Nobody gives a fuck about her. If she ain't made a hit, she ain't selling records. And if she ain't selling records, nobody gives a fuck. And if she's not doing tours that's selling out, nobody gives a fuck. Not only that, bitch just talked about she about to retire from rap. So yeah, good riddance. Maybe we'll get a new crop of new artists. In any event, I'm out. No.